In 1911, Swiss food scientists Walter Gerber and Fritz Stettler, seeking to give cheese a longer shelf life, added sodium citrate to melted Emmentaler cheese and found that the emulsified product could be recooled into a solid mass again. Thus, they invented processed cheese. Now, shortly after this, in 1916, the Canadian-American businessman James L. Kraft, finding a way to recycle the scraps left over from the cheese-making process, applied for the first U.S. patent, which covered the new method of processing cheese, which created a product, now known as American cheese, that was easily melted and shelf-stable. He promptly stuck the product in a can, and he sold 6 million pounds of the stuff to the Army during World War I. Now, during the Great War, cooking in the front-line trenches was very difficult, so the soldiers ate most of their rations cold. If cooking did occur, it was done on small, folding, solid-fuel stoves, known universally as the Tommy cooker, and also many men cooked over small charcoal or wood fires. Now, they would usually create a stew by adding tinned meat and biscuits into a pot, and when the food was ready, they could dish it out individually for men to eat from their mess tins. Now, the processed cheese was usually added to a combination of whatever meat or gristle they could find, to some canned tomatoes, and to whatever vegetables, particularly turnips and carrots, or canned vegetables. And the resulting concoction was known as Slumgullion. And while Slumgullion may not have been the best thing to eat, it was certainly somewhat nutritious and it was hot. After the war, Kraft came out with its most famous processed American cheese product, and that was known as Velveeta. And without that, mac and cheese and grilled cheese sandwiches probably wouldn't be known today. And we still use it in what we now call American goulash. Interestingly, the United States has a stockpile of 1.5 billion pounds of processed cheese, and this is stored hundreds of feet underneath the verdant hills of the state of Missouri. And while nominally meant to be released during a time of national crisis, as well as alleviating mass hunger, the Missouri Cheese Depository is mostly there to subsidize Midwestern dairy farmers, who coincidentally live in swing states. Making some Slumgullion here, starting with our pan in the back. Take some salt. Add some salt to your hot water, quart of water. And throw in some macaroni. I don't know, we want about a pound of macaroni. Be sure to give that a stir when you put it in the water so it doesn't stick into a big clump. Okay, same time. Let's go down here to this pan. Throw in a pound of hamburger. Onion. Turn that down to medium. So let's get stirred. I then added that green pepper. Okay, we're in our tomato sauce, or tomato paste. It'll work out good with either sauce paste or just plain old canned tomatoes. Those are all fine. Now the magic ingredient. We don't have canned cheese, so we're going to use some processed cheese. That's what makes it good. Fat people and kids, they love cheese. At the same time, I'm going to add some salt. in some pepper. More salt, a lot more pepper. We're going to add the tomato hamburger mixture. And there you have it. This is either Slumgullion or American goulash. There you got it, American goulash.